we've come to the most iconic place of the Panorama Route, which is an epic view over the Blyde River Canyon. We've come for sunrise. As you can see, sun's up already, so we're a little late. Because of mountains, that's okay to be a bit later because the sun takes a while to get up. But we got here and turns out they locked the place. So we actually came down here the other day to shoot and scout the location in the middle of the day. And we know it was 7 a.m. We saw the sign, but we didn't see the gate. They did a good job of hiding it. It appeared out of nowhere, as it seems, and it's locked. So we are going to have to wait another 30 minutes for the rangers to arrive and open the gates for us, and hopefully we'll be the first ones to be here to shoot the place. Alright, we're finally in. Golden light is fading already, it's getting bright and harsh, but the clouds are lifting, so it could be interesting. Alright, wait. Before we continue with this episode, I'd love to share some news. First thing, I just turned off all advertising on my YouTube videos. I hate ads and I don't want you to suffer through ads, so they're gone. The second thing is I joined Patreon. Now, if you don't know what Patreon is, check out the link that pops in right now. Basically, Patreon is a place where you can support the production of future episodes. There's an awful lot of cool extra stuff in there too, presets, exclusive videos, tutorials, workshops, all that kind of stuff you'll get on Patreon. So, all right, that's enough. Let's head back to South Africa, shall we? We've come down the hill a little bit to find a nice overhanging rock that stands out nicely, and that's where I'll place the person to emphasize the scale and the perspective of this place. And it's a real mix of harsh light and diffused light, so the clouds are moving in and out, and there's low-hanging clouds in the valley which look amazing, and the sun is really creating some beautiful rim light on the edges of some of the hills and the mountains here. So it's a really beautiful contrast of color, light and shadow. It's constantly changing, so it's really about waiting for the right moment and then capturing the shot. In a place like this, it's probably best to capture a few shots because you might get the best moment and then it fades away and it becomes something else, and it's never as good as it was before. So I'm definitely going to be capturing quite a few photos to get the one shot that I really want. So let's go. So a very similar situation here to the Drakensberg, where I'm placing the model in the light and trying to find a background area that is dark still in the shadows. So as you can see, we have the model right there and the background really dark. So that contrasts really well and the model will stand out compared to the landscape. Obviously I don't want the whole landscape to be in shadow, so I'm waiting for the light to come in and out and illuminate the right places for me. Sort of gone, the clouds are pulling in, and I think the best shots are over, so I'm just gonna go head back and see what we got. A waterfall called Lone Creek in the north of South Africa, which is on the Panorama Route. We just had a lot of rain, so the waterfall is pumping down and it's tropical wet and spraying all over the place. So for me, it's going to be a challenge to find a spot where I can stay out of the spray and get a good perspective of the waterfall. We'll have a yellow jacket model and to show some scale and some perspective. And I was hoping to do a long exposure, but there's just too much light and my filters, I don't have the right filters to do it, so let's just do it without long exposure and see what we can get. This place is all about keeping my lens dry for as long as possible, which is impossible really because the drops are just coming from all sides. Now I'm facing away from the waterfall to get the spray away, and then as soon as I'm going to take the shot, I'm going to turn around. Shooting with the EM1 Mark II, 7-14, and the Lee 105 circular polarizer to cut out the wet reflections on the stones and grass around. Make it look juicy, juicy, juicy colored. Gonna get our model into position, get a quick test shot, see what it looks like, clean the lens, and then hopefully get the final shot with the second take. I found a few steps that go a bit higher up to like a side spot, so we're going to come higher up and hopefully we can get the composition, separate our foreground, the waterfall, and hopefully our model make her stand out. Model down there, waterfall in there. Probably can make it work from here somewhere. Sorry if you guys are getting wet, hold on. Thank God for weather sealing. Alright, I'm not sponsored by Zeiss, but these are by far the best lens cloths you can get. They just wipe everything, all the wet just comes off, doesn't smear until they get absolutely soaked, which hopefully won't happen today. And thank God for weather sealing, because my camera is starting to look pretty wet. I'm only going to have about 1 or 2 seconds to get the shot, so it's really dry the lens, frame the shot, shoot and put it away again, or I'm just going to have a lot of drops in my shot. Alright, let's do this.
So this is my foreground tree, right? And then we have the repetition of 1, 2, and 3. And we have a nice transition between close, further, and furthest. Big, small, smallest. And now it's all about finding the right height. So I don't want to crop into the background. I'm going to come down.